Yo, what's happening, man? It's your boy Papa Duck. Look, if what I'm about to show you don't wake you up at least a little bit, stay your ass asleep. Check this out.
I don't know if I ever told a story about the churches.
I don't think so.
Here in Atlanta, we wanted to buy a church out here, a building.
Oh, wow.
It cost $1 million. We said, we can't afford that because we grassroots. So the minister said, hey, no. We said, minister, how are you able to afford this $1 million building? He said, you go to the bank. I said, no. We went to the bank. All these banks, they say the churches have unreliable income because 1 week it may be good, next week it might be bad because it's based on donations.
Right.
He said, no. He said, Christians have a bank strictly for Christians.
Oh, wow.
So he gave us the address. Brothers go down there, and the clause is, in order to get the money funded for a church, millions of dollars, you have to teach what they want you to teach. They said to us, our teachings must align with theirs. Jesus is white. December 25th,
Christmas, yeah.
the laws are done away with. Like, we don't teach that. You can't get no money from us then. And the churches have never revealed. That was on a sneak tip the minister told us, and we found out, whoa, so much ins and out with the churches, it will shock people.
You just seen it for yourself. Why the hell he got to preach what they tell him to preach in order for him to get the funding to build a church? Religious people should know this. This is common sense. Something ain't right. Matter of fact, how many of you black motherfuckers out there can tell another group of people what they can and can't preach? You can't. You know why? Because we are powerless. We buy more shit than we sell. We are powerless. This is why black relationships ain't gonna work. Black families ain't gonna work. Because they control the perception of what a black family is and ain't. They control our women. We don't. We don't have the power to. They have the power to tell our women, you don't need that nigga. You a boss bitch. I just told you, religion is a business. It is worth trillions of dollars. Not hundreds, not thousands, not millions, not billions, trillions of dollars. But us as black folks, we're powerless. We have no power. We're the only motherfuckers that let another group of people tell us what we should do. They give us our leaders. They give us the perception of what a black woman is and ain't. And a lot of y'all might think what I'm saying is bullshit, but you don't have the power to get into the minds of the people. Yes, you can talk to a few people here and a few people there, but you don't have the power to talk to the masses. You know why? Because all the shit that to get to the masses is controlled by the very people that done gave us religion, gave us this shitty ass food, shitty ass education. Why you think they own TV stations, radio stations? To get to the fucking masses. You don't have the power to. And when you get so strong, they either knock your ass off, or they cut your channel off, they do all this kind of crazy shit because they control everything. You powerless. How is it that this man has to preach what they say preach? Common sense should tell all these so-called religious people, all y'all gotta do is come together. But y'all go to the same church, different churches, knowing these, you can see the bullshit. Like, you can see that. Listen, man, this man pulling up in a $300,000 car. Yeah, I done Uber to the church. But we'll still give it because somebody else say we should tithe. We should give our 10%. That don't make sense, bro. Seeing our conditions. God gave you common sense to fix your conditions. So whose fault is it? You've been praying 400 years, bro. The very people that we know we need to go up against, we don't. That shit gotta change. And he just told you for yourself, you are powerless. This is why these things don't work. None of this shit gonna ever work because you don't control nothing. This is why I say what I say. Until you get in the position, or we as black people can get in the position to control shit or own shit to control, then we can make a change. Until then, who's raising your children? Social media, TikTok, shit that you ain't created. Who's telling your husband or your old man what type of women that the world want to see? Internet, these fucked up shows they putting out and putting us in these lights and in the light and the characters that they make black people portray on TV, that make all women look like sluts, that make all men look like they not no good. You don't control these networks, homie. You don't even have the power to go up against them the way they do us. Because soon as one of us say something, oh, here come a nigga want to read a letter and apologize and say I'm sorry and I shouldn't have said this and did that. But when the fuck they gonna apologize? What I'm saying is true and you know it. And if you know it's true, share this post. If you know what I'm saying is true, share this post. You just saw for yourself. And I'm just scratching the surface of the things and the loops and hoops you got to go through in order to play their game. Why don't we come together and build our own? Nigga, you think you cool because you walking around in Gucci, nigga? You talking about motherfuckers that don't even like you. You's a fucking spick to them, nigga. And you walking around with this shit on like you got, like you that. Come on, bro. It ain't that you crazy or you dumb, you just miseducated, misrepresented. Black people ain't stupid, we ain't dumb, we just living in a world where we don't control shit. If you control things, then we can build our own factories, buy our own clothes, we can build our own churches. We don't need no permission. Why the fuck we born in a world where we got to let another bitch tell us what we can and can't do? That's our problem, black people. We let every fucking body tell us what we can and can't do. Nigga, we powerless. We ain't got no power. None. You are powerless, nigga. Everything you do, anytime you're dealing with a license or a certificate, you asking for permission. Anytime you go get a license or a certificate, you asking for permission from the certifier. A bitch got to look at you and say, okay, you okay to do this, here come your certificate. You just ask them for permission. Dog, we've been put on earth where we got our own free will. And they done took that through education, through school. I done told you that. That's what school was built, to take your free will. So that they don't teach you how to think, they teach you what to think. So what I'm telling you is this: why do we hold them, or why do we give them the power to say what we can and can't do? We got to go to them. They own everything. I'm gonna do another video about Jamaica and what's going on with Jamaica and China and who owns, man, this shit gonna blow y'all mind. But we living in a world where these motherfuckers own everything. We living in a world where we can't do what we want to do. We got to ask for permission. You can't fly to this country without a passport. You can't do none of this shit, but you telling me this is what God said was okay to do? You got to be the dumbest motherfucker in the world. You got something wrong with you. You're going through a psychosis. What is a psychosis? It's when your emotions and feelings have been so impaired that you don't know the difference between real and fake. You don't know what's reality and what's not reality. And this is what they've done to us. If you know I'm telling the truth, man, share this video. We powerless, man. We don't have no power. All that. See, we have power, but we don't have the ability to allocate it or consolidate it into one. Because we so jealous of each other. Why? Because that's what they told us. They taught us to be jealous to each other. They taught us to be killers. They taught us to not trust each other. They taught us this shit in order to take advantage of us. So again, we as black folks, we're not stupid. We're not dumb. Sometimes we're a little bit too much caring because we have a soul, and the people we dealing with don't have a soul. They got animal traits in their blood. This is why they can hire you for 40 years, and when they lose $2, they can fire you tomorrow like it's nothing. It's not that we crazy or we're dumb. We're just living in a society where we've been taken advantage of, and we need to start using this. Stop supporting these motherfuckers, man. Stop supporting them. We need our own everything, bro. Because if we don't, we're gonna always be a victim and a slave to another group of people. Ain't nothing gonna change. So with that being said, man, it's your boy Papa Duck. You know I love y'all. Y'all already know. If I offended anybody, I'm sorry, but the truth gotta be told. We're running out of time. And like I say, I love all. I'm for what's right. I don't give a damn who and what you don't believe in, as long as you know what's right and what's wrong. Like I tell you, you don't have to read a book. You don't have to go through somebody to get to God or none of that, because it's in your essence. Simply, you know what's right and what's wrong. It's simple. So I'm for whoever for that. So with that being said, man, it's your boy Papa Duck, man. I love y'all. Like I tell y'all all the time, in order for you to be found, you must first be lost. Come on, man, let's tighten up.